How many of you think that in a game there is a winner and there is always a loser? Exactly. How many of you hate losing? Me too. And sometimes we lose so often that sometimes we just give up on the game altogether. Because maybe somehow it didn't work, or as well in other areas in life where we just give up on something and then move on. Now that is okay, because there is a saying of sometimes you don't want to ride a dead horse. Now, in the past, I wanted to share with you a little story from my childhood where I actually find out that losing actually helped me winning more and achieving things that I truly believe in. Now, let's go back when I was 7 years old. When I was 7, my dad introduced me the game called chess, and I guess you all know what is chess. So, me as a small child, I have no idea what a chess game is. I just know it's a board and their figures are very neat. There is a horse and there is this kind of kings, and I had no clue how to play that game. So my dad taught me how to play it, and I found it pretty interesting. Like, different figures have different moves. Okay, so then I started playing with my dad. And how many of you know that when you start something new, you're excited, you want to play, like, wow, that is cool. Yes. So that's how I felt. It's a cool game, but then I realized that when I was playing against my dad said to me always checkmate. And I thought, okay, what does this mean, checkmate? Well, it means I won. Okay, how can I as well make a checkmate to you? Well, you have to put me in a position where my king cannot move and is attacked. Okay, it's a challenge. I'll try it. So, I was playing against my dad very often, and I lost again. 1 time, 5 times, 10 times, 20 times. I felt, the more I was playing, the more frustrated I got, because the more I got serious in the game. And it came to some point where I just was losing against my dad, and I was so upset. I told him, move that piece back, please. Please undo, I'm gonna now play like this. And even though that was happening, I still kept on losing. I actually went to my room and started crying. A few hours later, I again went to my dad, encouraged myself, and keep on playing. But then, obviously, I lost again. How many can feel how I felt? I guess there are many areas in life where we actually feel like this. So, when I turned 14, that's 7 years later, I decided, I don't know, take this game super serious. So what I did, I started to learn from the grandmasters, from Bobby Fischer, from Garry Kasparov, from Miguel. I then studied all the kind of strategies there were, open games, closed games, end games, middle, tactics, like it was everything I started to learn. So I learned, I applied in online chess games, and I reflected. I learned, applied, reflect. Learned, applied, and reflect. And I continued like this until one day I then came to my dad, very confident and excited again, and told him, look, I want to play now against you. And my dad, okay, let's play again. And we started playing. And then after 4 moves, I make a checkmate. Now, this only worked 1 time, once you know how it works. So I say, yeah, it's okay, it only works 1 time, let's play again. And then I started to play with my dad's pieces around, the way he had no more board control. I was playing around with the things, and I finally, the first time, beat my dad. And then we played again, and I again beat my dad. And my dad couldn't believe it, and me neither. I was so excited, and then after a while, my dad told me, look, I want to play. He gave up playing on me. I said, let's play on you. No, I don't want to. And then I acquired the skill of chess, and I had nobody to play with. So what I did, I didn't continue to play at school with my classmates. And I was as well winning there. It was pretty easy because none of them were experts like in chess. But then I was inspiring them how I was playing, so I taught them as well a few things and taught them how to win. But then I took the courage and said to myself, look, I don't know, play against the best people in my area. You know those older people playing in parks, chess, like over 20 years, their traditional ways. Things. So I actually went there and I said, hey, I would like to play against you. And they saw me like I am 14 years old. Okay, okay, let us play. And they are all with all their old traditional ways of playing chess. And me, I'm kind of with my new, fresh, modern styles of playing. So we started to play. And interesting that they actually tried to give me advice on actually doing specific moves. But I said, yeah, I appreciate that, thank you for the advice, but I trust my skills. Trust me, I know what I'm doing. And then, surprisingly, the grand player there then just gave up because it was no more possible to continue. He then saw the checkmate already before it happened and said, okay, good. And that was my first biggest achievement in chess that I ever had. Of course, then I play again and I lost again then. But the message was that, how many of you can see the development I had done over all this time? It was a big development. And there's only one quality that got me there. How many of you know what the quality is? Just say something. Okay. Yes, exactly. It is persistence. Taking persistent action, having this bounce back mentality of falling down and then brushing yourself and then keep on moving forward. How many times we saw this as well in interviews, in job interviews? Like the first 3 interviews we just failed. And then basically what we have to do is just keep on moving forward. The first 3 interviews are actually just preparation, like a warm-up. That's how I actually approached it. And then you actually get really good at it and then you have the stuff that you really desired. And now, another thing. How many of you think I was competing against my dad?
Competing against yourself.
That's where I'm going. I compete all the time against myself. That was the realization. So, I only was beating my past self. So I was all the time winning, all the time. Everything else was merely a reference of how I'm developing. My dad was just a reference of how I was developing myself. The chess players, the part, like everything. And everything, whatever we do, is just merely a reference. And another thing, Rocky said, it's not about how hard you can hit, it's how hard you can get hit, stand up and keep moving forward. And I keep that mindset in mind. So my message is to those, to inspire those who have been all the time falling, struggling, not achieving whatever they wanted, but continue, being persistent in their actions, believe in yourself, and then achieve whatever you believe in. So, just basically try it until you make it. Try it until you make it. And then you will achieve anything, whatever you truly believe in. Be awesome, my friends.